Oh, and hello. Welcome back to SuperJump 6. We are your new casters. I am Fufu, joined by the lovely Cactus. Say hello.
Hello everyone. I'm so excited to be here. The 6th iteration of SuperJump Day 1. We've already had such a full day of exciting matches, Fufu. I mean, they've just been incredible. Some ending in 3-0s of close games, some going all the way to a game 5, and we're continuing that energy.
Absolutely. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be picking up in loser semis, waiting for our next match to be available for us. I'm excited because, you know, if matches are going by this quick that we're here a little bit early, there's got to be some good ones down the line here, I think. Oh, there are our teams.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some exciting matches coming up. So what we're going to have is RIT Orange Ocean versus Memento Moray. Funny enough about these two teams in this Pool 8-7 that they are in, this is their rematch from earlier. They originally had to fight each other in Winners Corners Finals, with RIT Orange Ocean beating Memento Moray 3-0. So now they're here in loser semis for the rematch, seeing who can claim either another victory or get that run back success.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Memento Moray comes back with a little bit more fire in the... I'm pretty sure they are coming back with more fire in them, because a 3-0 is not a way that we want to go down, and I want to see them, you know, reset themselves, bring that back with a lot of energy. Ooh, already seeing some interesting weapons, like that Ink Brush coming out on both sides, excuse me? What?
Oh. And we have the switch. We have the vanilla one coming up from Memento Moray with the whale, and Victory is going to be running that with the Ultra Stamp. I also just want to say the new Dually Squelchers that are going to be bringing out Scream from AJ is going to be an interesting situation here, but not as interesting as RIT taking 2 members down right off the bat and pushing the remaining 2 off into their elbow area. Toss of that hammer, will it find a player? No, it won't, causing the last one in that quarter to jump on out. Huge push right now in the opening here for RIT Orange Ocean.
Yeah, and they're going to continue this energy as well, making sure that, you know, they're able to hold their space in mid. They're making sure that none of their members are going down either, but that screen coming out, able to help get one pick off from Memento Moray, and with that screen out, that zone is going to be covered, but I don't think it's enough as they just continue to lose members. Orange Ocean just kind of doesn't care if there's a special in the way. Like, yeah, you're gonna hold this. You gotta do a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing a great job at just kind of being all around up in their business, making sure they don't have a strong way of moving in. Right now, the whale, though, and the fact that they got 2 players down is going to allow Memento Moray to get 2 players down. Unfortunately, they're going to go 2 players down as well, swapping players. Just a lot of just combo fights, left and right, trade blow for blows. That zone will flip over in Memento Moray's favor, and they're actually going to keep a strong hold here, using that screen to their advantage, get a couple of their players sneaking on in from different angles. Here comes Bebop coming with the Zip Caster, helping assist 1 player down as that zone does flip and put a little bit of penalty onto their side.
Yeah, this is huge opportunities for Memento Moray because they continue to keep the area in their favor pretty much. That zone is still capped in their favor. What? That is unfortunate. That is just unfortunate. Oh my god. Orange Ocean in the back taking everyone else out while they were at it too, swapping the zone back in their favor.
I'm just shocked that the pro was able to win that fight from the get-go. I mean, surely it did not look like they were in that winning scenario, but using the ledge to their advantage there allowed for some of those shots by the Stamper to be blocked off. Right now, we are going to see the zone still in cap of Orange Ocean as the penalty points are counting on down. Whale will come on out, and as well as the screen to push some of these players back. Brush versus Brush action on the side. Both will go down in a nice little trade. The Dread trying to hold the zone on their own as the rest of their teammates are pulled from the side. Memento Moray's going to have players feeding on forward here, try to get a couple more picks, and that they will get 2 players down of Orange Ocean, causing the last to jump on back as the other is respawning. And Memento Moray finally has a strong hold right now of the zone and of that front elbow area.
And are coolered up on top of that, giving them a little bit of a safety net if things do go sideways. Seeing those missiles from Orange Ocean as an attempt to retake their spawn here. And I think it might have gone well in their favor because 2 members are down on Memento Moray and a hammer threatening the 2. But it doesn't matter. Well, actually, it does matter because the zone is capped once again for Orange Ocean.
Yeah, it's a great cap for them to have there. Just keeping up really the clock counting down as they constantly get that cap back. You know, Memento Moray getting a couple points here and there, but they really need a strong push if they want a chance to break that lead, especially since constantly these penalty points are getting dwindled down more and more. With that whale now getting a couple extra picks onto their side as well. It's going to be 3 players down for Orange Ocean. Memento Moray has the player advantage, and they're going to look to see if they can get a little bit more with that as well. Hopefully, Lord Esper was trying to get a nice little assist with that sprinkler, but it wasn't enough. The Dread as well trying to get a couple picks on this side there, but won't finish the job. Having 2 more players again down for Orange Ocean. Memento Moray is a really good spot right now if they can keep up this player advantage.
Yeah, Orange Ocean, what you don't want to do right now is panic as these points continue to tick down from Memento Moray. You know, we already seen that flank diverting attention, but they're going to be going down in the process. There's actually 2 down on Orange Ocean. It's looking really, really bleak for them as Memento Moray is quickly approaching knockout territory with 15 ticks left. It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough to get back in there.
That is, but with the Reef Slider coming on in, is it going to be enough to hold the zone with the strikes? Yes, it will be, just barely with 7 points remaining for Memento Moray, and now 3 players going on down. Orange Ocean gets that cap and now has to bleed through some of their penalty points here, trying to get some of these picks on the side, but B-Drop will be able to get 1. That Hammer won't be able to get another, but a brush versus brush action. Damp will win that fight, and that will be 3 players down for Orange Ocean, and a cap right back for Memento Moray.
Memento Moray definitely has turned the game into their own. You know, Orange Ocean, there we go, has to find a way to just push past the crowd and hold it. And seeing those missiles and Reef Slider, I think they're able to successfully do that once more, but maybe, question mark? Maybe, question mark, or maybe not. What?
Oh man. The strikes will come on out and put a little more paint down. Is it going to be enough with a nice trade-off in the center? Jumps are coming on in. It's a 1v1 on the zone. Hold on. Orange Ocean trying to pin over the zone. And it's going to be overtime counting on in with not a lot of penalty points either. Couple trades will be going on in. It's going to be neutral here with halfway to that special. Although Damp coming on in and launching on forward. Strikes will come in to stall it out. Couple more points to go with all these players diving the zone. With a couple more points to go. Can they get that sweep of that lead back? No! Yes! I believe Memento Moray capped that time. I don't even know.
They did. Memento Moray capped that. I was like, there's no way. Just barely capped that. With what? That was a 1-point difference, Cactus. That was a whole 1-point difference.
Oh my goodness.
What? See, this is why rematches are fun, because you get matches like this. Like, it was so funny watching like the beginning of the match where they were kind of feeling each other. They're like, okay, are you gonna do that? What are you doing? As a matter of fact, what are you doing, mister? And then by the end of the match, they're like, all right, send it forward. They're like pace chasers and Uma Musume, or like late surgers, whichever one y'all want to go with. Like, that's what it reminds me of. They just throw everything at the end, and Memento Moray able to just barely hold on to that zone and recap it. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was really scary, especially for Orange Ocean. You know, using your missiles and using your Reef Slider to not even paint the zone. The Reef Slider went way past it, hoping to get the picks, but it really just wasn't enough there. As already the players were backed up from the missiles, so no picks were being had from it. They were very lucky they were able to hold on to that zone with those strikes. But right there, last at the end, is just the players of Memento Moray coming in from the side angles and just getting those picks. I mean, that was an incredible play, and just throwing all of their bodies onto the zone, and they were able to cap that for that 1-point win.
That's so close, and I feel like the energy in the room is just gonna get even more fired up between these 2 teams, because again, this is a rematch, and Memento Moray taking that first game from RIT Ocean, especially when Orange Ocean had a lot of they had a lot of control during the beginning of the match, and by the end, where Memento Moray is able to really turn those tides and put them in a bad position, it's just like, oh crap, we actually have to lock in. This may be the same team, but they definitely aren't, playing the same before to cause a 3-0.
Absolutely, and this is definitely changing the waves a little bit too, considering that Memento Moray, I mean, before when they went against Orange Ocean, lost 0-3. So already changing the way the waters are working, taking a 1 first game victory, it's got to feel pretty good. Now, again, 1-point differential, so a little scary there, but regardless, they got the job done.
Yeah, indeed. And we're going to be moving on to Tower Control Macro Mart. I have a lot of fun on this map. I like it a lot, but I think it's definitely once the teams are able to get past. Tower Control is it's pretty much once you get past the big old center, things really get snowbally from there. And I think that's just for every single Tower Control map, period. So I want to see how, or really which team is going to cause that snowball first.
Absolutely. We're going to be loading on in, seeing if we have some comp changes, and that we do. Oh my, I see a mini on the field. We see a range blaster. We are going to see that pro with, I believe that's the Booyah Bomb pro. Yes, it is from AJ, so that's going to be very interesting to see. A couple changes come on and out to see what we'll be able to work the best with. Right off the bat, though, Never Lucky going on down as the first player going down for this match. And right away, Memento Moray taking a strong start, getting almost a complete wipeout. What?
Oh my goodness, they're running off of that momentum from last game for sure. And I mean, look at this Stamper's position. They don't care. They're taking a pick while they're at it too. Cooler is up as well, giving an even bigger advantage for Memento Moray as we see them starting to move towards his right side. They were quick to move past that center, like that really tough center. Yeah, no, they don't care. And a wipeout, what?
Oh my.
What?
Memento Moray, they are not playing around. They wanted this run back, and they are making sure that Orange Ocean feels every portion of this round against them. Like AJ already getting a nice pick with their main weapon here. This might be 100 and OKO unless the brush from behind help get that pick. They'll go onto the tower. All players from Memento Moray will collapse onto it with 2 points remaining. That is a wipeout onto Memento Moray. Orange Ocean barely sticking this game out in the first minute of the game.
My jaw is on the floor because you're telling me they just went, yeah, we're going to do something really silly and push that tower all the way to 2. If that mini wasn't positioned where it was, that could have been devastating for Orange Ocean here. But they really do have to fight an uphill battle and pretty much knock the tower out almost just to win this game. So they have a lot to get through, but I think there's a question mark. They are 2 down, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they had an opportunity there to try to push that in forward a little bit more, but with Memento Moray just kind of playing all different angles here, especially using their ranged weapons to take those off angles and pressure the rest of the players of Orange Ocean back, it's very hard for them to find that good push opening to complete that first checkpoint.
Absolutely, and you know, we're back at this neutral position here. Now we're getting the mid is big and intimidating moment that I was talking about earlier. Granted, it wasn't at the beginning of the game. It's like, you know, 2 minutes in or whatever. Sure, but it looks like Orange Ocean finally feels safe enough to grab this tower and bubbling it rather early while they're at it too. And a huge pick on Memento Moray's pencil as well. But Special's coming out. Oh, you scare me. You scare me. Okay,
I could not believe they lived that.
They should not have lived that, I guess. Listen, hiding in a corner apparently works sometimes. Don't listen to horror films.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, especially when you're able to pop that wave breaker down, I guess, to protect yourself from any enemy players that might have saw you there. But that's going to be that push over for Orange Ocean. Love that they got that first checkpoint cleared at least, so that gives them a little momentum to work with later. But right now, it is a strong defensive game they need to play as Memento Moray gets to one nice pick with that Booyah Bomb and continuing to push this tower further and further from mid, which is exactly what they're aiming to make really impossible for Orange County to have a good comeback.
And with 2 down as well on top of that, Memento Moray has a very likely chance of getting back to where they were just a little bit earlier in the game. But they are going to be suffering at 2 down. And just, jeez, on the towers. Well, near the tower, so they're going to opt to actually play safe and try to get the rest of their teammates in, taking victory down while they're at it. Again, even though they went down, they are playing smart. They're playing so smart right now because they're like, oh crap, my teammates aren't here. We're not going to push this. And look at everyone now is back on the field and with a cooler. That is gaming, Your Honor.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That backing up there from AJ was a really good call because there were 2 players rushing on in from that side, especially that mini constantly taking a good top right angle. With now 2 players down, Memento Moray still has a lot of this aggressive hold, and no one's really on this tower. They're really just trying to play more of this stall game, but they have a lot of the pressure they need to push this tower forward and just try to push it towards that knockout territory. But Orange County's not making it easy this time around. After that first push, they seem to collect themselves, they see what's going on, and they're trying to make the most of the scenario, especially right now when you have 2 players down from Memento Moray and keeping it going, collapsing on these last couple of players. A lot of trades going on in mid right now, a lot of off-angle plays, just stalling things out. With less than a minute to go, though, Orange Ocean needs to try to find that footing so they can get this going forward.
Absolutely, and there's 40 seconds left on the clock as well. Seeing those strikes coming out, giving themselves a little bit more space to work with. Jay, you scare me once again, barely living through those strikes. But again, Memento Moray definitely can force Orange Ocean to play the game that they want. And as it stands, they were playing to kind of wait for Orange Ocean to kind of get into their space. And, you know, they have 2 checkpoints and 50 points to work with. So really, they have all the time in the world, and 15 seconds left. Orange Ocean really has to start moving. Like, really has to start moving soon.
Yeah, they do. Final 10 seconds counting on down, and with a Booyah Bomb ready in Memento Moray's arsenal, it looks like, oh wait, they go down. We're going to have a tower at time. Yes, we will. Neutral hop on tower. It's only the pen alive. Lord Esper's going to be backing on out and having to rush forward. They are cooler up, so they're going to maybe look to jump out, but they're going to chase around by those whales. Two of those down on the tower. Here comes that Booyah Bomb, but getting the wipeout secured as the rest of the players get collapsed on. Memento Moray completing game number 2. Another victory in this set for them.
Cactus. A singular bomb took 2 players out.
That's what it was. I wasn't sure what took them out on that tower.
I'm so sure it was a bomb. I'm like almost 100% sure that was a bomb that just took 2 of them out, and the Booyah Bomb be upon me, and it was over.
Wow.
What?
Oh, man.
That's insane. Like whatever happened early in the bracket, yeah, no, this isn't the same Memento Moray, Your Honor. Like, these are players that are out for blood, Your Honor. Like, because RIT Ocean is, you know, I feel like they're starting to feel the effects, because they, like, in my opinion, that game, they felt very scattered. If that makes sense. It was like everyone was kind of doing their own thing, and Memento Moray just completely capitalized off of that, just saying, okay, well, we're just gonna punish that, like, you guys walk into us. If you're just gonna come, you know, right into our territory one by one, we'll just take you out like that. And you know, they did have some good moments that were they were to get you know, like, I think there was a wipeout at some point, and like they were able to push past that mid pretty nicely, but you know, Memento Moray had a really good grasp of the map.
Yeah, I mean, especially with that first opening practical knockout down to 2 points remaining from that insane push that they had, taking those off angles in the beginning, getting 2 players down, and just scaring the rest of them away with a delayed wipeout. And they just kept that going. They kept them staggered. Orange Ocean really didn't have an answer until maybe about halfway through that game, when things already were looking kind of dicey. So from Orange Ocean, they're going to need to try to play some kind of different tactic, a different kind of play style that's going to be able to counter Memento Moray, because like you said, this is not the same Memento Moray that they fought earlier in the day, earlier in this pools. This is a different beast, and they have to find a different way to slay them.
No, absolutely. Slay. Sorry. Oh. No, for sure. And you know, I feel like there's just multiple like layers to this, because you know, Orange Ocean is the team that derailed them earlier, and now that they're being, you know, pushed way back and they're completely on the back foot with a match point, it's kind of like, I feel like there's also like a mental weight on top of that happening with their gameplay as well. So that's my theory. It's just a theory, but I think if they can mentally reset themselves and, you know, play a little more together, they're going to be seeing a lot of a closer match.
Absolutely, and maybe not only just a mentor set, but a little bit of a roster reset here. We are hearing that there is going to be a sub-in. Splatoon T will be subbing out for Kirby House, so that we're going to see that little switch up coming in from these teams. So we'll see if that's the kind of change they're looking for. Maybe just kind of a little bit of a roster swap in and out, and then, like you said, have that mental reset, kind of consider what's gone on these past 2 games. You bought yourself a little bit of extra time to really think about what went wrong, what went right, and what can you do to shift these games more towards in your favor, so that you can start leading a lot better in these games and potentially bring yourself the reverse sweep.
Yes, it's never impossible here in the land of Splatoon. And going into Scorch Gorge Rainmaker, oh, this is gonna be there's a well string. There's a well string. Oh, I haven't seen well string in a while. I feel like this is okay. Orange Ocean's comp is literally do not come near me. The comp only let the person near me. That is their comp. And Welshing, they're winning that pop. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. That pop, yeah, there you go. That pop is theirs.
Yeah, and smart play too from Memento Moray. Like, you're kind of seeing that right away and being like, all right, we need to back up, let him have pop. Let's paint a little bit here around the map, get our angles set straight. And right now, you are going to see a couple trades off going on in mid, with this Brash also doing a nice pick from Victory, going off on that side, getting out the Stamper with a hammer ready online. Maybe we'll see it thrown, maybe we'll see it regularly used. Not sure yet. They're waiting for a good opportunity to use it. Maybe waiting for a pick or two, so that way they can lead the Rainmaker forward. As right now, it's really, you know, almost a minute into the game, and no one has decided to pick up that Rainmaker yet. No one feels comfortable enough to go on in. But with 2 players down on the side of Orange Ocean, this might be the first grab, and yes, it will be. Here's Damp with their hammer, helping assist another brush on barely surviving his AJ on that Rainmaker. Will they be able to dunk that in time? Yes, they will. Trading it with their life there.
Yeah, very much. With those two players as a cost of the checkpoint, but I think it's a very worthy trade, considering that you are the first and only team to have the checkpoint, and considering the speed of this game that is going relatively slow for the in movement across the map for the amount of players that we're losing. I'd say that's pretty good. That's worth the trade, Devonner.
Absolutely, really worth the trade. I like Hero as well. Kirby House doing a great job at just seeing where that zip is. Unfortunate at the end there with the brush kind of teaming with that zip to help combo that Rainmaker out of there. They couldn't find the opportunity. This is going to be close to a delay wipeout right there. Nice trade-off. The hammer getting 2, which is really huge to see. Couple jumps coming in now to Lord Esper on this pencil here, looking to get a good off angle. And really a lot of players here from Memento Moray looking to just be a little bit of a nuisance all around the map in the center here, make it as purple as possible. Nice pick from Lord Esper there onto victory, spotting these players out wherever they might be. Rainmaker will go ahead and reset, but with his cooler being out, momentum is still in favor for Memento Moray.
Yeah, indeed. And it looks like this pop might once again go to Orange Ocean with that help of the Wellstring, indeed. But again, Memento Moray's lead is pretty huge here because we haven't moved from center. We've been stuck in the building for I don't know how long, and I think they just heard me because I think that's going to change here with the checkpoints being even out, and with the Wellstring on their team, I think that pop might still go in their favor. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
It's really scary, really close. Damp distracted, but they get the pick on Damp. We do see Zip coming in from behind, and these players are going to try to collapse on them. Booyah Bomb's going to come on the elbow and chase these other players away. Pop will go in favor of Memento Moray, and they're going to be chased on out of this elbow here. But with a nice combo reversing back, a lot of players trading back and forth, and it'll be Orange Ocean diving for the Rainmaker. Neutral will grab it, getting all the way down to 48 points remaining. And now it is a 4v2 on the map. Memento Moray in the defensive position right now, having to hopefully let this Rainmaker reset and clear out that elbow, because now 2 minutes left in the game, and they are, for once, on the defensive side, needing to get these points back.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think a life is a worthy trade for a lead here, especially during this match. Seeing that Rainmaker reset, just as you said, giving Memento Moray hopefully another opportunity to get that Rainmaker moving forward. Damp already with a hammer, trying to make a little bit of space. Unfortunately, unable to throw that by the end. But again, we're back in this neutral position. We're going back to neutral a lot. And I think, yeah, we just need to see things moving forward. There has to be an opportunity to get things moving here. And Damp's going to take this guy out. No Wellstring, no problem. Let's get going.
Absolutely. 2 players down for Orange Ocean. Memento Moray gets that wipeout. Oh no! And just like that, the lead is lost, and by a lot of points as well. AJ all the way down to 19 as that Zip helped assist push that a little bit further, and Orange Ocean back to where they were before in that just unfortunate backpedal position where now they have a lot of points they need to try to bring it back forward. Neutral doing a great job at making sure, seeing if any players are going to come forward. That was Damp trying to go on in, be very sneaky as brushes do. Rainmakers reset, player advantage for Orange Ocean. Less than a minute left to go, and a milestone of points they need to grasp.
Absolutely here. And you know, that was a really, I want to talk about that push because it was literally Memento Moray playing as a slow wave, just slowly putting pressure onto Orange Ocean until they can just completely run forward in space. And that is their style of play, and I really, really like it because they're playing their cards really well when it comes to really pushing. But speaking of pushing, Orange Ocean needs to start doing a bit of that once they get more players on the field because they are 2 down, have that Rainmaker in their hands, and I think it's going to be a little bit tough getting these points back, I think. Oh,
tough indeed, especially when you have a player like B-Drop going right on in and just slicing that Rainmaker out. Only 1 player left up from Orange Ocean, and they have to grab this Rainmaker as they were the last ones too. Will anyone grab it in time? Yes, they will. Overtime will start, and now is a dangerous game of playing this somewhat slow, finding where all these players are going to be, as pretty much all their specials are being used on up. The brush on the side, here comes Damp. Will they get the Rainmaker in time? Will they scare it off? They will be pushed away from that section and put into a corner. Things are not looking good for Orange Ocean. They're getting collapsed on, but hold on. Couple more players remaining as they are able to get that brush away. Fufu take the rest from here as we're the last 30 seconds of overtime.
Yeah, Orange Ocean is trying to adapt the same strategy that Memento Moray was doing, but it doesn't work with the pen looking at them, taking them out, finishing the game. 3-0 for Memento Moray. They came out for revenge and got it.
I can't imagine how that must feel for Orange Ocean too at that last second there. You have 3 players down and the last player left up is the pencil, and they had a clear line of sight